Chosen one, the truth of your origin has thawed. The echo that shaped your heart was born in a kingdom of frost. Before you ever breathed warmth, a woman of silence ruled your bloodline. She wore no crown of gold, her diadem was discipline, her throne carved from endurance. In her gaze, storms learned obedience. In her stillness, even angels paused to listen. They called her cold because they could not understand her control. They mistook survival for distance, reverence for restraint. But heaven named her crystal, the rare element that could hold light without breaking. You were not born of warmth alone. You were sculpted by ice and patience. She taught you how to endure the winters of this world without losing your color. Every frozen tear that fell from her eyes became a seed of resilience in yours. Now the prophecy awakens. The frost that protected your lineage begins to crack. The spirit of compassion moves again beneath the ice, waiting for your breath to melt it. For the blood of the Ice Queen runs through your veins, not to keep you frozen, but to prove that even ice can remember the sun. Ezekiel 36 verse 26. I will give you a new heart and put a new spirit within you. In the far north of memory stands her throne, carved not from stone, but from centuries of frost. It gleams beneath a ceiling of frozen stars, each one a vow she made to keep her lineage alive. The air there does not move. It listens. Every breath echoes the silence of a woman who learned to feel through endurance. She guarded the last spark of kindness when the world turned cruel. Her love did not burn. It crystallized. It waited, suspended in stillness, refusing to die. The winds that once tried to break her only sculpted her into purity. Her still hands were not signs of apathy. They were the hands of a guardian holding back storms so her children could someday walk in spring. Every winter you endured was her teaching. Every cold season that tested your spirit was her reminder. Do not fear the freeze. It teaches what fire forgets. Ice did not kill your lineage. It preserved it. Within every glacial wall, she stored the warmth of 1,000 unspoken affections. And now, as the world warms with forgiveness, you are the one chosen to release what she sealed, to melt the silence into song, to let the frozen throne drip with light once more. You are the generation that melts what duty once froze. The promise hidden in your DNA begins to rise, drop by drop, like thawing tears. What your ancestors sealed in restraint now flows freely through your open heart. Their silence was never rejection. It was preservation, waiting for your age to arrive. The Ice Queen's covenant was never with the past. It was with the future. She prayed not for ease, but endurance. She asked the heavens to let her children feel again when the time was right. And that time is now. The same veins that carried centuries of discipline now pulse with mercy. The same eyes that once refused to weep now glisten with compassion. You are the answer to her unspoken prayer, the flame that was hidden beneath her frost, rising now in full color. Every trembling act of empathy, every word of forgiveness that escapes your lips, is her spirit thawing through you. She is not gone. She is softening, transforming. Her kingdom of silence becomes your realm of voice. Her cold crown becomes your halo of warmth. I will give you a new heart, and I will put a new spirit within you. Ezekiel 36 verse 26. Click join to walk among the first chosen ones. Those who melt ancestral frost into rivers of grace. Let the world see that you are the generation that turns endurance into empathy, discipline into devotion, and the silence of your mothers into the song of a healed people. The ice does not vanish in an instant. It sings as it melts. Its song is the sound you feel inside when the walls begin to soften. Do not fear the trembling. It means the frost is releasing its memory. You will know the thaw has begun when warmth returns to places long forgotten. Moments once numb will begin to pulse again with meaning. Tears may come without reason. Let them. They are the language of a lineage learning to feel again. Dreams may shift, winter landscapes giving way to water and light. The faces of your ancestors may appear behind veils of mist, not to warn you, but to bless you. They watch as you complete what they began. You may sense emotions rising that once felt unsafe, grief turning into gratitude, anger softening into understanding, distance melting into tenderness. It is not weakness, it is resurrection. Every sensation, every sudden compassion, is a sign that your bloodline is breathing again. The heart that once beat in silence now echoes with color. The Ice Queen's discipline becomes your discernment. Her distance becomes your depth. Her endurance becomes your empathy. When the frost cracks, do not rush to rebuild it. Let the waters run. Let mercy flood the corridors of memory until every echo of restraint becomes a hymn of release. The signs are here. The thaw is not just around you. It is in you. Do not curse the frost that shaped you. Its silence was not punishment. It was protection. It wrapped your lineage in crystal when the fires of the world burned too bright. Without her stillness, your compassion would have scattered before it ever matured. The Ice Queen did not freeze your blood to harden you. She froze it to preserve you. Every boundary she built was a shelter in disguise. Her distance was the armor of love unspoken. Her restraint the cradle where your destiny was kept safe from the noise of the age. You were not abandoned. You were incubated. She stood between your spirit and the chaos of her time, absorbing storms so you could be born into gentler weather. The cold you felt was the cost of your survival. The silence you inherited was the echo of her prayer. Let them be strong enough to feel again. Now the ice melts not because it failed, but because its purpose is fulfilled. It did what it was sent to do. It preserved tenderness through centuries of endurance. It carried the ember of empathy across generations of stone hearts. You, chosen one, are the answer hidden in the frost. You are the reason restraint was needed. You are the warmth for which she waited. And as you awaken, the purpose of her ice becomes clear. The frost was never the end, it was the bridge. It carried love through the ages until you arrived to set it free. Chosen one, the hour of thaw is upon you. The ancient stillness that guarded your lineage is breaking open like morning ice under sunlight. You may feel the tremor in your chest. It is the sound of generations exhaling. The frost that once held back emotion is cracking, releasing rivers of memory, and love is seeping through every fracture. Forgive the frost. It served its purpose, to protect what was too fragile to survive in fire. But protection has become prison, and the spirit now demands release. The warmth you carry is not rebellion, it is restoration. You are not undoing the legacy, you are completing it. Listen, the walls of silence groan. The ancestral chill begins to drip from the rafters of your being. Even the air tastes new. The breath of mercy moves through the corridors of your past, and names long buried rise with tears instead of pain. Do not delay the melt. Do not cling to the numbness. It is the old armor dissolving. If you resist, you'll ache. If you surrender, you'll bloom. The Ice Queen's eyes weep in heaven as her creation fulfills its purpose. She is not mourning, she is proud. For her heir has returned warmth to the throne. Her cold kingdom now glows with dawnlight, and the generations watch as you lift your head, the final heir of frost becoming the first ruler of flame. The melt has begun, and it will not stop until every shard of your heart glows alive again. You are not merely her descendant. You are her continuation and her completion. The blood that once carried restraint now carries revelation. You have inherited the Ice Queen's clarity, but you have infused it with warmth the old age could not hold. She was the guardian of survival. You are the ambassador of renewal. She ruled through stillness. You lead through compassion. Her silence was her sword. Your voice is its resurrection. You do not reject her legacy. You redeem it. You have taken the same discipline that once froze feeling and turned it into focus for healing. The same walls that once kept love out now stand as pillars of wisdom that protect love's flame. You are the meeting point between what was restrained and what is released. You are the bridge between the era of silence and the dawn of expression. In your eyes, her reflection softens. In your heart, her mission evolves. She built an empire of endurance. You build a kingdom of empathy. The crown she wore of frost now rests on your head of light. You have not melted her reign. You have transformed it. Where her heart was a mirror of ice, yours is a river of fire, flowing through the same channels, but carrying life instead of defense. Understand this truth. You are both the frost and the flame, both the guardian and the healer. You are her dream fulfilled, the child of winter who learned how to love the sun without forgetting the snow. As the thaw moves from spirit to flesh, the body begins to speak. Do not dismiss the sensations. They are sacred language, the conversation between generations written in your heartbeat. You may feel warmth bloom near the chest when forgiveness rises. A pulse of heat when you release old blame. This is the frozen compassion melting back into motion. The Ice Queen's legacy, once dormant in your veins, awakens like spring sap climbing through trees that thought themselves dead. At night, you may dream of water, rivers, rain, tears. These are not random visions. They are signs of restoration. You may awaken weeping, not from sorrow, but from recognition. Your soul remembers the love that once had to hide. Moments of sudden tenderness will come, toward those who wronged you, toward the silence that raised you, even toward yourself. Do not resist them. They are the prophecy fulfilled, the return of divine sensitivity. Your hands may tremble when you forgive your lineage. Your breath may deepen when you speak mercy aloud. Even your eyes may see light differently, as if every reflection carries memory, as if the frost on every surface now glitters with meaning instead of fear. Do not call this weakness. It is strength in its final, truest form. For the strongest bloodlines are not those that never broke, but those that learn to feel again after breaking. The spirit moves where it once could not. The frozen veins of history now run with fire and light. This is the sign, chosen one. You are becoming what your ancestors only prayed for, a being both gentle and unbreakable. If these words burn softly within you, it is because the frost is lifting. What was sealed in your bloodline now flows again, and the Spirit calls you to mark the moment, to make it tangible, to make it real. Click Super Thanks and sow your $20 seed as a declaration. The ice has turned to light. This is not payment. It is prophecy in motion. It is your act of alignment, your statement to heaven and heritage alike. I accept my warmth. I honor my lineage. I release the frost with gratitude. When you give, imagine your offering as a torch, the flame passed from generation to generation, lighting the path that once lay frozen. Let that small act become the signpost in the spiritual world that the air has awakened, that the cold season has ended in your name. Your seed is your seal. It speaks beyond words, beyond time. It tells the Ice Queen, wherever her spirit watches, that her endurance was not in vain, that her silence has found its song, that her air now reigns not in frost, but in living fire. So take this moment. Breathe deeply. Feel the melt beneath your ribs. And when you act, When you sow, when you click, when you claim, whisper to yourself, the throne is warm again. The light has returned to my blood. Chosen one, you stand where the frost once ruled. The throne is yours now, not of ice, but of illumination. Do not discard what you inherited, refine it. The discipline that preserved you is still sacred, only its purpose has changed. Honor the structure, but breathe warmth into it. Keep the stillness, but let it pulse with mercy. Carry the clarity of the cold, but pair it with the color of compassion. You were not chosen to destroy the old kingdom. You were chosen to transform it into light. Rule as your ancestors could not, with strength that does not suffocate, with order that does not oppress, with wisdom that listens. Lead those still trapped in frost by the fire of your gentleness. Let your composure become sanctuary, not silence. When you speak, let your words thaw the air. When you lead, let your touch awaken feeling in others. Do not fear emotion, it will not drown you. You have inherited the architecture of endurance. It can hold the flood of love without collapsing. Remember, the crown of ice was never meant to be shattered, it was meant to melt. It will shimmer as long as you balance grace with gravity. You are the architect of the next age, a ruler who carries frost in one hand and flame in the other. Move gently through your days. Rule wisely through your nights. Let every decision echo her legacy, but let every gesture redeem it. The Ice Queen watches with pride as you rise, her heir no longer bound by winter, but crowned in eternal spring. Creator of generations, keeper of lineage, we come before you as heirs awakening from ancient sleep. The ice has done its duty, now let it melt. Let the frozen walls within our hearts become rivers of compassion. Let every defense built in pain become wisdom refined in light. Thank you for the ancestors who endured when tenderness was dangerous. Thank you for the mothers who ruled in silence, for the fathers who built restraint into strength. Their coldness was not cruelty, it was courage. Their distance was devotion misunderstood. And now we, their heirs, complete what they began. Breathe upon us, O Spirit of renewal. Melt what is numb, awaken what is buried. Teach our hearts to feel without fear, to love without losing structure.